Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. The first, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ahmadillah Fikran Mahisa. I am a student at Ibn Khaldun University, Bogor, majoring Islamic education. On this occasion, I will start the conversation with the question: what is the reaction if an electrical conductor meets an electric current? Or how do we react if we touch an electric object? Of course, you will be spontaneously surprised and immediately feel the fantasy of students. I have a true story that I experienced myself. I have a friend, or rather a brother and senior, at boarding school in Tasikmalaya. His name is Mr. Hadi Aryana. He is a blind person who has finished memorizing the Quran 30 juz. He has a strong and mutkin memorization. For example, if we recite a verse at random, his tongue is spontaneously connected to reading the next verse. At the beginning of the conversation, I talk about a reaction about electric current. That's more or less like the memorization of the Mutkin Quran that will directly react and connect like an electric current meets an electrically conducting object. Memorizing the Quran is a privilege that Allah has given to the chosen servant, especially those who are given a strong memorization, or what we call this the mutkin memorization. Of course, having a mutkin memorization requires a lot of effort to get it. To achieve this, among the memorizers of the Quran, many methods are used, one of which is the method applied at the Majlis Sufat Miftahul Quran boarding school in Tasikmalaya. Broadly speaking, the student use three methods. Let me explain briefly. The first, called the Takrir method, is a method that specializes the memorizers to repeat their memorization independently. In this case, students must have private time to repeat their memorize. For example, at 9 to 10 a.m. and 4 to 5 just to repeat the readings that have been memorized. This method has two ways. The first, Takrir bil ghaib, means repeating the memorization without looking at the mushaf. Example: Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna lil muttaqina mafazan hadaiqa wa a'naba wa kawa'iba atraba wa ka'san dihaqa. The first, Takrir bil ghaib. Second, Takrir bin nazar, mean repeating the memorization by looking at the Al-Quran Mushaf. For example, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna lil muttaqina mafaza hadaiqa wa a'naba وكواعب أترابا وكأسا دهاقا. This method called takrir method. Second, the so-called tahdid fi shalah method is that students have limit on repeating their memorization in prayer. For example, students who have memorized one juz, they repeat their memorization in prayer. An example of its implementation: during the Sunnah Qabliyah prayer at dawn, they read half a page in one rakat. Therefore, in the Sunnah Qabliyah prayer at dawn, they have repeating one page. And this continued in the next prayer by continuing the reading limit earlier. The third, what are called talaki muraja'ah method, is to return the readings that have been memorized in a special time to the teacher or other people. For example, after the Maghrib prayer, the student deposit their memorization back to the teacher. Every day they deposit memorization which continues to the limit of memorization that has been passed. Then repeat from the beginning, and soon the methods that have been described are methods that are generally used in the world Tahfidz Quran to reach the level of Mutqin. I have a short video show some of the students' activities using methods described earlier. Let's watch it.
أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء بعضهم أولياء
أن الله سخر لكم ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ألم تر أن الله ألم
Overall, the method is related to the persistence of the memorizers in managing the time they have for the Quran. Of the various methods contained in the Muraja'ah process to reach the level of Mutqin, Miftahul Quran Islamic Boarding School focuses on using the three methods described above, namely the first takrir method, second tahdid fi shalah method, and last muraja'ah talaki method. This method has proven to be effective by showing tangible results, such as students who study at the boarding school having achievement in competition related to the world of Tahfidz, the Musabaqah Tilawatil Quran, which is held in the city of Tasikmalaya and its surroundings, and even at the provincial level, is often followed by the student, and with Allah's permission they are ranked first. To close this discussion, I will take a quote in the hadith. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أو كما قال النبي اقرأوا القرآن فإنه يأتي يوم القيامة شافعا لأصحابه. It means read the Quran, then verily he will come on the day of resurrection as an intercessor or helper for his companions. Memorizing the Quran is a privilege given by Allah, and having a mutqin memorization is a privilege for those who memorize the Quran. Memorizing the Quran is easy. The hard part is keeping it. That's all I can say. Take all that is good and throw away the bad. Good luck and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.